Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 24th. We are just going to jump right in here. You have this science card that says, keep an open mind. There's something unfolding for you. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problems. You have the slow card that says, making slow progress, but you're getting there. I mean, I'll tell you what. In a lot of ways, Libra, I think we are in a time of kind of like slow progress. So, I think you are getting there. I do think you could speed things up, though, with the Two of Wands. The thing with the Two of Wands is that he's only doing what he has always known. He is standing at the top of this castle, and it represents a comfort zone. So he needs to leave this comfort zone. So if things are moving slowly in your life, and if you want to speed things up, then, I would kind of leave comfort zones or try new things, which all three air signs have had like a very similar message this week. But you have the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. I do feel for some of you that this could be love. So there could be a person who's finally communicating with you with this Ace of Swords right here. So if y'all want love, it's possible that they have been a little bit slow in picking up what you're putting down here, Libra. But I do feel for some of you, there's communication coming in for you. I feel like you'll be very happy about it. Again, Knight of Swords, rushing into the Nine of Cups. It's like something that will make you very happy. So, it looks good to me. And I love this. You have this card that says, now is a lucky time. So clearly it could be a very lucky time for you. The Two of Cups could also say that you really need to listen to your like intuitive messages. The Two of Cups isn't necessarily a card of your intuition, but what I will say is that the Two of Cups represents communication. This right here is the staff of Hermes, which is Mercury, and so it represents communication. And it also, to me, can represent you and your higher self. So it's basically like you communicating with your higher self. And I feel for a lot of you, this is saying that, you could be getting signs, symbols, synchronicities, messages, things like that from your higher self. And you need this could be coming in your dreams as well. And I would be paying attention to those things. I feel that those types of messages could be leading to a truth right here, the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there is like a truth being revealed, but it's your inner truth. It is, maybe something that your higher self is trying to move you towards in your life. It's like the universe is trying to get you to do something that is going to lead to a lot of fulfillment. But, I kind of get this kicking and screaming type of feeling on the Nine of Cups, where it's like the universe is leading to you to something great, but it's like you're kicking and screaming the whole way. And I'm not calling you out here. I think this is true for everyone right now. Like in a lot of ways, I think we all want to do something bigger with our lives. Like that's what the universe is making people feel. But also, in some other ways, a lot of us maybe are staying in comfort zones, or maybe we feel like we can't do something that the universe is like asking us to do, right? It's almost like, it's almost like getting on a roller coaster. It's like if you've never been on a roller coaster before, you're going to be crapping your pants before you get on the roller coaster. But then you do it and you're like, oh my God, that was so much fun, right? It's like that's the type of, I hope that makes sense. Some of you might hate roller coasters. I hate roller coasters. I don't even go on roller coasters, right? I take risks in other areas of my life. I don't need that. So I totally get it. But what I'm saying here is I get that roller coaster feeling where it's almost like you don't want to do something, but then you do it and it's so much fun. With the Two of Wands, yes, what are you waiting for? You have the Hangman, so waiting energy. The Hangman really says that you have been enlightened, like with what you need to do, and I feel, again, this is true for a lot of people. I feel people, it's like we've gotten the answers we need, but we have to get started, and now the problem is resources. So, again, I feel this is kind of a collective energy where it's like maybe we feel like we know what we need to do in life, but we also feel like we don't have the resources. With the Two of Cups, you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, of course, could be a separation for some of you. I kind of get this right here is popping into my head as overthinking energy due to a past separation. So if you had a separation, or if you've dealt with a past separation, this to me would say that I kind of get this overthinking energy, especially if you're meeting a new person. With the Knight of Swords, I would be careful of any past people. We do have, Venus retrograde, so I would be careful. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is too much thinking as well. I think you need to think about exactly what you want, especially for those of you that are looking for love. I feel you need to get very specific about the type of love connection that you want in your life. I feel like you need to be specific about the type of person, like even what they look like and all this other stuff, you know? So I would get very clear on like what you desire to have in your life. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this Gemini season. It says the answers you are seeking are coming. Stay flexible in your approach. There you go. I kind of felt that Ace of Swords was talking about some sort of truth being revealed. We're definitely going to look into that. You have this card that says, in your own time, take control of time. It's up to you what you decide. Yes. So I feel like you need to take control of your life right now. This is probably why I'm actually going to show you. You have the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Swords. She's only thinking this or that. And I always say she has that new island behind her, which is like a new opportunity. So the truth could be that you think that you only have 2 opportunities to do something when you actually have 3. Or there could be another way of doing things that you want to do with your life, but you just haven't opened your eyes yet to this new opportunity. So you have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Ace of Swords is a victory or a truth coming in for you. So I do feel like there is some sort of truth or will be a truth that's coming in for you here. I also feel you're creating a lot more balance in your life. So, again, I really like this Ace of Swords energy. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you need to follow your heart. I feel your heart is guiding you to do things. I really feel like you need to listen to yourself as well. Like, even little things here, Libra, like if you go on a date with a person and it just doesn't feel right, then I feel like you need to listen to that. It's like, I'm sure if you look back on all your relationships, you can see the times where things didn't feel right, where you probably should have left sooner or whatever. And, I feel all of this is adding up. Same thing with just general things in your life that haven't worked out, like business ideas or, other things. I feel like you're kind of like seeing that maybe your heart wasn't in these things, or that there was some sort of feeling that you had that told you that you should move in a new direction or do something differently. What I would say is, again, you have that science card. It says apply a scientific approach to your businesses or financial problems. But I would say, as a Libra, not me, I'm saying you, Libra, I would be applying a scientific approach to everything in your life. Again, I think we are in a time of justice where you really need to pay attention to cause and effect, meaning you put energy into something. What do you get back? If the answer is nothing, it's time to leave and get something else, right? And we really need to trust that. And a lot of this has to do with your feelings, so I'd really trust your feelings. You have the Knight of Swords here. I do feel like there's communication rushing in for you. And again, if you're meeting a new person, it's like there could also be a past person that's rushing in, because it's almost like they can sense that you've met a new person. So, it might be time to block a past person so that they don't mess something up for you, or so that they don't, cause problems in something new that could be really good for you. And, I would look out for that with that Knight of Swords for sure. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Judgment is about waking up. Judgment is about kind of like waking up and, calling yourself up from these coffins. So there are normally these people inside the coffins. Inside the coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. I basically said this, that earlier in the reading at the beginning there, that I feel for a lot of us, the universe is calling everyone to a new life. We've entered into a new world. It's like there are all these spiritual teachers that always talk about like the new earth, like Eckhart Tolle, the new earth. And there are many, many others, Dolores Cannon. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I think we're already in the new earth. I don't think there's not going to be like some sort of, snap or anything like that where it's like you wake up and the sky is red and the ground is purple. It's not going to be like some sort of something like that. Again, it's an energy that we're entering into. So we're already there. And I think the universe is like saying, hey, a lot of you are stuck in the old world. You're, a lot of us. And again, hey, I'm not calling you out here, Libra, because guess what? There's still a lot of old stuff. Sorry. There's still a lot of old stuff that I do, right? So I'm right there with you, but I feel like we need to start experimenting to figure out like what we are supposed to be doing in the new earth, which is already here. So, and like literally you have the world right here. So don't be afraid to try new things. Again, I think once, it's going to be like a snowball effect. I think once people start to realize this, which I don't think most people are going to be like, oh my God, we're in this new earth. I think people are just going to start experimenting, trying new things in life, and all of a sudden new stuff is going to work. The old stuff, the old way of doing things is going to start to die. We're already seeing it. Banks collapsing, all this other stuff, right? And then it's going to happen very, very rapidly. There's going to be a very rapid shift. When is it going to happen? I have no clue. I would say over the next 20 years because, Pluto and Aquarius definitely makes sense with Pluto and Aquarius. It would also make sense to me if it happened between now and like 2033. More specifically, if like by the time we get to 2033, there are some major shifts in the world. But again, to be part of this, you just have to experiment, try new things, do things differently. And it doesn't have to be anything big or important or anything. It could be little things in your life as well. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Four of Swords, definitely a card of recovery. So again, I would heal your heart here. If you went through a heartbreak, I feel like that's only for some of you. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Hermit. Yes, I would be careful. Again, if you have a person that was like in hiding or that kept things hidden or whatever, I would be careful of that person. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says you're exactly where you need to be. You have this other card that says spend more time on your spiritual growth. Again, people always ask me about spiritual growth, and when I used to answer questions, people would always say, what's my spiritual path? And I always used to say to create your own reality. And we are entering into a time of inspiration. Even back in 2016, I was saying that, that we really need to inspire people right now. And definitely Pluto and Aquarius, if you want to be rewarded spiritually, then just inspire people to do things. And to inspire people, you don't have to do much. You could just inspire one person. Doesn't matter. I always say, you just have to do something hard. You can inspire your own children, right? By, maybe doing something like growing yourself and showing and being a positive example. Or you could just inspire one person in your life to do something to change their life. But again, you have to do something hard, because when you do something hard, you give permission to other people in your life to do it. So, these could be little things. It could be like going back to school, getting a degree. Maybe you're the first person in your family to get a degree. That is inspirational to someone in your family. I guarantee it. Maybe you start a YouTube channel. Maybe you, do something else. Push yourself outside of comfort zone. But doing that is going to lead to spiritual growth, especially right now. You have the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Fool here. The Two of Swords, again, I feel there's just third place right back here. She has this new island. I feel like you need to get over there. I feel like there's something new over there, the new earth, new ideas. Again, especially if you're finding yourself, if you feel like you have to settle on anything, I feel like this is saying no settling for sure. Don't settle on anything. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. So I definitely feel like teamwork makes the dream work here with the Three of Pentacles. And so I feel that for some of you, this is saying that you need to kind of work together with other people, or, if you need help with anything, other people could be very helpful. It is interesting that you go like this. You go up to the Nine of Pentacles, which is independence. But I always say the Nine of Pentacles, it doesn't mean that she's alone. And it also doesn't mean that she does things alone. She has 3 pentacles over here, 6 pentacles over here. She's willing to give those 3 pentacles to any situation. The card really, she's independent because she keeps more than enough energy for herself. She doesn't overgive in any situation, but she also understands how to use her energy. It's like, I talk to people all the time that are like, I'll never, invite another person into my business because people always screw me and, all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, great. Do things slow. I don't care. Right. Fine. But what I would say is no, you haven't learned how to pick the right people. There are plenty of good people in the world. You just have picked the wrong people. Trust me, I have many employees personally, right? So it's like, I can tell you that not everybody is out to screw you, right? You just have to get better at picking people. But the Nine of Pentacles also doesn't mean you do things on your own. Right? It says that she understands that she needs to do what is important, which is different, because she wouldn't waste time doing things that an employee could do. It's like, again, I don't know where this mentality has come from, but it's like, it doesn't make you brave. It doesn't make you assertive or some sort of hero to build something on your own. And again, find me one story of someone who has built something significant all alone. You're not going to find it, right? Most of them had someone on their team or a person helping them or whatever. And again, also, it's not about you, is what I would say. It's about when someone helps you do something amazing, guess what? You are working spiritually. You are helping them create abundance as well. So again, if you created a bunch of abundance on your own, then you haven't helped anyone, right? So I always tell people it's like better to invite people in and to help you on your business, to help you do something. And again, you don't have to open up the floodgates and let them into your bank account or something like that. That's not what we're talking about, right? It could be little things where people, give you kind words, or they help lift you up, or they give you some answers, or you get their insight. It's like all these things make people feel good. And, that's what the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like that's what that's about. With the Two of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords. Someone's trying to come in to negotiate with you here. I feel it. I would be careful. I feel like this is a situation that is dead done over with. So I would be careful of a past person, and I wouldn't even negotiate. I wouldn't even allow it, right? With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is turning one thing into another. It is a card of alchemy, so I really feel you have the power to turn your situation around or to create a lot of improvements in your life. It seems to be a very powerful time for you. With the Fool, you have the King of Pentacles. I do feel like a little bit of love here. You have Taurus here twice. Taurus, could be any sign, general reading, but, what I would say is there could be a person coming in for you here, right here, who wants something permanent. But again, I would make sure that you are healed from a heartbreak. I feel like this heartbreak, well, I mean, it could be them, take it how it resonates, but I feel like it's you or them that is heartbroken, and someone needs to make sure they're healed before they get into this situation. Next, in the area of the good stuff, no matter what shows up here, it's going to be good no matter what. You have this Rabbit Spirit, says now is the lucky time. You have this Panther Spirit, says reclaim your power. Yes, true power is being able to delegate, but it's a very lucky time for you at this time. I feel that you're going to be noticing some pretty big leaps in your success or how successful you are. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the World, and the Hierophant here. So again, the Nine of Pentacles, she is independent, but again, she doesn't necessarily do things on her own. Here's the other thing, is that she has these grapes behind her. Grapes in the tarot represent something that's very difficult to grow. Same thing, the King of Pentacles, he normally has grapes on his cloak, right? But here's the thing, is that she can only do one thing. She is focused on growing those grapes, right? She's not marketing her grapes. She's not putting the grapes into bottles to make wine or any of that. She's got other people to do that. She is good at growing the grapes. She knows exactly what she's good at, and she knows how to get other people to do things. That's why she's truly successful. So again, someone needs to hear that. Don't be afraid to get people to help you or to ask for help. I also feel there just could be a lot of abundance in general here with this Nine of Pentacles coming in for you. I also feel that some of you could be moving. You have this, the Nine of Pentacles. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I did those environment readings because of you, Libra, because you kept getting the Nine of Pentacles, and I was like saying something about how the Nine of Pentacles is a card of your environment. There is this snail right here, and snails wear their homes on their back. So it kind of represents your environment. And you have the World. Some of you are clearly or could be changing your environment. This could be moving, but it does not have to be. You could just be finding, you could be upgrading the place that you live. You could just be, again, what I'm trying to spit out here, Libra, is that you might not be moving. You might just be, cleaning up your house, or you might be rearranging your furniture or something like that. I always tell a story. Like, I lived in this apartment, and I couldn't sleep when I lived there, and I moved my bed to the other side of the room. I slept like a baby ever since. So, I don't know. Sometimes I think you just have to, make a change and move things around, and it can totally change things. So don't be afraid to rearrange your furniture or your bed. I also feel that you're kind of like a sorceress. The lady in the middle of this card, she represents a sorceress. She creates worlds. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be creating your own new world or stepping into a new world here. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, of course, is a card of marriage. So some of you could be meeting a person you marry, but really, he is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. And we kind of talked about this with the Two of Cups, that you could be communicating with your higher self. So I feel for some of you that you could be communicating with your higher self, or you could be communicating with your intuition or something like that, and you could be manifesting new things on earth, basically. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you've been very patient making changes. This to me looks like changes that have finally happened, because the Hermit is kind of like making changes behind the scenes. The Temperance card is a card of changes, obviously, but then you have the Strength card. Strength is something we have to do every single day. We have to work on building our strength, right? Our inner strength. The lady on the Strength card, that lion represents her inner demons, her inner voice, her inner critic, and she is taming that lion. But it's something she has to do every single day. So I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of like taming your inner voice or something here. With the World card, you have the Devil. Again, this is the good stuff. So, again, I feel you probably are ending a toxic cycle or getting rid of something toxic. But I also feel kind of good about this. Here's the thing about the Devil, is it can represent toxic energy, but it can also represent you bringing an idea into the world. Those people on the Devil, they have the horns on their head, right? And it represents their baser instincts or animal instincts. And so the Devil, it kind of says that, it kind of represents like root chakra energy, which is creative energy. So sometimes I feel that the Devil can represent trapped creative energy, where that needs to be brought up to your head and expressed into the world. So I feel some of you could be expressing something new into the world, like a creative project. an idea that you have, and it could be very successful. With the Hierophant, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a perfect match, so there is clearly a perfect match coming in for you here if you are looking for love. Definitely could be a fire sign. You have a bunch of fire here, so every single reading I've been doing for you, you get a bunch of fire, so it wouldn't surprise me, but let's see. We're going to pull 5 main themes. I'm actually going to clarify this. You have this woman card. I always pull extra cards with the woman card. Unfortunately, you have the younger woman card. So it says dealings with relationships with a woman. More specifically, a younger woman. But what is this? You have this mountain. It says major obstacles to overcome. Some of you might have children or something that you're dealing with. Again, gender, like this, I'm reading for a billion of you. So gender doesn't matter. I feel this could say that there are some challenges that you're overcoming in regards to, maybe a child. That's only going to be for some of you. You have this broken wishbone card. It says, wish will not be granted. I do feel this is something you need to let go of. Again, here's the thing. Old world, new world, right? It's like, I do feel, again, a lot of us have these old world, wishes that just can't come with us into the new world, but the new world is so much better, is going to be so much better than the old world, that we should be releasing these things in the first place, these ideas, these things that are important to us, or that we thought was important to us, or whatever, right? So, don't be afraid of trying new things. You have this cobweb card. It says protected from negative forces beyond your control, so you are clearly protected. You have this July card, then you have this wreath card. It says sorrow over a loss. Some of you could have experienced a loss this month of July, and, I feel you're just kind of healing from it. 3 of Swords, right? You have this carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. Yes, I definitely feel there's like a big windfall energy here. 9 of Pentacles, a lot of success. So this looks pretty good here, Libra. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.